So a lot of you guys are like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, but I'm scared. This video is for you. Sometimes in life, the best decisions that we make are the ones that we were scared about. Those ones are the ones that will change your life and actually bring you closer to things that you were going to achieve, or just align you to what God has planned for you. But not only that, sometimes when we say yes to certain decisions, it actually taught us a lot of things. Sometimes certain opportunities, certain experiences, certain situations are learning experiences for us to level up in life, take that step of maturity. That situation taught us patience. That situation taught me empathy. So not everything is always negative, right? So if you are someone who is like, hey, I want to do this, do it. But one thing I would always tell you guys is that make sure that you guys plan. Sometimes a lot of things that hold many of us back is just like our money, like finances. And I always tell people this all the time. When you apply for a job, what do you get paid in? Money, right? You don't get paid in likes. You don't get paid in popularity. You don't get paid in people's opinion, right? You get paid in money. So if you feel like, okay, I need to achieve this goal, what should I do? I would say get a job or two and just save. And I always tell people, put a timeline on jobs. Put a timeline on jobs. I always tell everybody this. If you say that you want a goal by December, get a job and be like, okay, I'm going to only work this job till December, or I'm going to only work this job to January and then quit right after, and then go chase that life or that dream or that version of you that you always wanted and work. If you know that, okay, it's August now and by December or by January, I want to do so and so. That's like August, September, October, November, December. That's like 5 months of you working somewhere and stacking for you to get the goal. Just know that it's a temporary thing that you have to do because you're trying to get to the bigger goal. And I tell people that all the time. Just don't look at things as long term. A job is annoying you. Quit the job. I tell people all the time, we have free will. Nothing is really genuinely holding you back in life. If you're getting miserable and depressed and you're like, I don't like this job anymore, quit it. Because once you quit, you're going to realize that job was bringing so much stress onto your body and it alleviated. I always tell you guys to put yourself first. Don't ever say that you want to do something because of that. No, you matter more, because at the end of the day, jobs replace everybody. But we're not talking about jobs in this video. That's not what it is. My whole point is that one thing that you guys will have to do is you guys are going to have to plan out things that you want to accomplish, and you want to look at yourself and be like, okay, I want to lose this amount of pounds, or I want to gain this amount of pounds. I want to fix my teeth. I want to get lip filler. I'm just giving you guys superficial examples. I want to get lip fillers. I want to save a certain amount of money. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a car. How can we plan towards the plan? Believe it or not, whether people tell you or not, because I notice a lot of people, they show us the end result, but they don't really show us exactly what they did to achieve it. And a lot of people are very selfish. This is what I realized the more I grow up. People are very selfish for personal reasons. They want to just be better than the other person, and they don't want to tell people what they had to go through to do that so other people can do it. But I will tell you guys on this vlog, everybody plans out their anything. Everybody does it. If you want to save up $5,000, people plan out, okay, how can I save $5,000? Do I need to cut down on certain things in my life? Do I need to cancel subscriptions? Do I need to stop eating out? Do I need to get another job? And then I can save the $5,000. Yeah, these are things that we all have to sit down and talk about and think about. We plan out everything. People plan out everything. Even the most chill and relaxed people that act like they're not, they're the most chill and relaxed. Let me give you guys a story. When I was in high school, there was this smart girl. She always used to complain about tests. Like, ugh, I don't want to do these tests. Like, she was really smart. But the thing that she used to do is act like she wasn't smart, and like people noticed after a while, and people were like, yeah, whatever. She's like, oh, I don't want to study. Oh, I'm gonna fail this test because I didn't study. And then she used to come to school, like it'll be like the day before school. No, the day of the test. And she's like, oh, I didn't even study. I studied like an hour at 12 o'clock last night. You know those people in high school that be like, oh, I only studied at 12 o'clock, or I studied this morning for 1 hour at 6 a.m. Or, oh, I didn't even get to study, or I was up all night the night before studying. And then they act so chill and relaxed. And then when everyone's looking back at their marks, they got a whole 95% or 100%. You're just like, yeah. The people like that, I would always tell people to be careful of, because they are the quickest ones to not tell you guys the recipe, and then in face value, they just act like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fail, oh yeah. But meanwhile, they were actually studying really hard for days leading up to it. Yeah, that's what it is. People plan behind the scenes, and then that's how they achieve things. So if you guys want to reinvent yourself, start off with things that you aspire to be. So if you say, oh, man, I want to start riding riding a bicycle. I want to start going for 5K walks and jogs. Okay, let's plan it out. Let's sit down and plan it. And when we plan out on a piece of paper and pen, or plan it out on an electronic device, whatever you prefer, and say, okay, I want to start doing runs every morning, right? But I'm also very insecure. I don't want people looking at me. So one tip I would give you guys on this vlog is that don't go running in public on the main sidewalks where cars are driving. You know how like the main sidewalks on main roads, and then there's cars? I would never recommend anyone to do it. Like, we see people on social media doing it. Don't do it. Just please don't do it, because as someone who drives in their cars and they're driving past, everyone's staring at you, just to let you know. So if you're self-conscious or you're insecure, that's the worst thing you can do. And also, sidewalks are not good for you to do jogs and runs on. And if you've done track and field, you will know that too, because our coaches, even when we were training, if we can't get a track, we're running on field. All right. But if you're someone who can't get a big enough field to run on, go into a creek. I always tell people this all the time. Go into a creek, go into a trail where it's more private and secluded and people are not watching and judging you. Because majority of the time, the people who are in trails as well, they are jogging too, or they're walking their dogs. So it's like all the same like-minded people around you. So do it in like a secluded, not even, or if you guys want to as well, you can do it in like a neighborhood that has like a road. But sidewalks are very like this. So it'll mess up your like shins and like you running, and you can fall much more easier. I'm getting off topic, but you guys know what I mean. It's like, you guys need to plan out everything and go for it. One thing I realized when it comes to going for your goals and not letting fear hold you back is try out things. If you've seen something on social media that you like, to go and try it out. Maybe when you did it, you're like, wait, it's not even as nice as people make it seem. I loved it. I love this ballet class. I saw someone doing ballet on TikTok the other day, and I was like, listen, I think I'm going to go do a ballet class. So you guys probably going to see in a vlog me going to a ballet class, because I've always wanted to try doing ballet. It just seems so elegant to me, and I love seeing Black girls do ballet because it just looks so like, wow, beautiful. So try it. You guys need to stop. And I feel like one thing that's really holding all of us back is our phones. I feel like social media is very, especially if you're on TikTok, it will literally make you sit in one place and stay in your bed and not do anything. You're going to be unproductive for the longest time, because that's what our phones do. It literally, I don't know what it is, but it just does that. It just does it. So one thing I would recommend is for you guys to come off our phones. Come off. The only time we go on our phones is if someone calls or texts us, or we have to do research for us to reinvent ourselves and for us to achieve our goals. Okay? Yeah. The best thing I ever done was wake up and then like pray and stuff, but don't even go on my phone till way later on. It's been the best thing, because I'm more productive, and that's what we want to do. We want to reinvent ourselves, and it starts with us. It starts within. Do it. And some of us need someone there to help us, but sometimes guys get like earphones. It doesn't matter the brand, but just get earphones and put a podcast on and have that. And that can be your company in public. Not all the time people are able to go and help you guys all the time to achieve your goals. Do you hear? Your goals, not their goals. Sometimes people are not there all the time. And sometimes if you rely on someone else to help you achieve a goal, it's not going to end up happening, because sometimes they only did it because they're like, yeah, I want to do it too, but it's just like very much more words. So they end up dropping out, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to have to go by myself. And then you don't end up going anymore. That's the sad truth about it. So as I tell you guys have to want it for you. It's your goals. It's your life. You're going to have to do it yourself. And I tell people this all the time. Do it for you. Reinvent yourself. Fear is holding you back, but not anymore. So you guys want to move somewhere, move. We're going to be on this planet for like 50, 60, 70 years by God willing. Do it. If you said you want to go and live in a country for a year, just do it. It's only a year. That's why I tell you guys, give yourself time frames for things. If you guys know that you wanted to move to Jamaica for a year, just do it. At least when you look back, when you're 10 years later down the road, 20 years later down the road, you're like, wait, I actually lived in Jamaica for a year. Or, I lived in Morocco for a year. I lived in Spain for a year. Look back. That's what life is all about. Don't be so complacent and comfortable. And when I say you move somewhere for a year, and that I really like this hometown and I would raise my children in this hometown, maybe don't give up your house or apartment, whatever you have, but still move to that other place. So that like when you're done for that, when you're living at that certain place, you can go back to your hometown. So I tell people all the time, I know in America people are like, oh, I want to move from like New York to Florida to Georgia to California, do it. To Texas, just do it. Because listen, we only have this one life, and honestly, do it. It doesn't have to be long term. Not everything in this life has to be long term. Try it out and experience it and do it. And that's how I am. The older I'm getting, I'm just like, do it. Try it. Who's stopping you? No one's holding a gun to your head and forcing you. Reinvent your life. So let's talk about like people as well, because I feel like in life, when we don't accomplish things or we feel discouraged, sometimes it's the people we have around us. Sometimes we have people around us that is just negative and they discourage you immediately. If you feel like within your heart that you're like, no, I really want to do this, but I just need some words of motivation, remove those people out of your life and stop telling them your plans. And sometimes also when people tell you things, do also consider it, because sometimes people will see things that you're not seeing as well. But you have to understand and know where they're coming from when people tell you stuff. So that's another thing. So you have to know how to dissect certain things that people tell you. But honestly, find people who have the same goals. And the best place to do that is social media. Search up people moving to Italy. You'll find a group of people, of like-minded people who want to do the same thing. There's people like me, there's people like you who are on social media, that's on the internet, that's going to share with you guys. Follow your dreams and do it. Reinvent you. Become the best version of yourself and stop the complaining. I see a lot of people complain. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh, I'm so skinny. I don't like my teeth. Oh, I don't like my hair. I don't like my job. Why are you complaining when you can just fix what's annoying you? Why? If you feel like you are too fat or too big, look at what you're eating. Let's analyze. Are you eating too much carbs? Are you eating too much rice? Are you eating too much chips? Are you binge snack eating too much? Are you eating too much for 1 hour? Like, you have to look at these things and cut it out, okay? If you don't like your teeth, what's the solution? Okay, what are my solutions? You can go get braces. So you go get braces. If you think your teeth are too yellow, am I brushing twice a day? Yes or no? All right, so these are things that you have to consider to change. Put a stop to it. If you don't like your friends anymore, go get new friends. Who gives a rat's ass? Stop talking to them. If you don't like your job anymore, quit your job. There's so many other jobs out there, and a lot of people are like, no, I can't quit my job because I'm depending on it. I understand that, but also go start looking for new jobs. And if you get interviews, go to that interview and go take that job and quit the current one that you're in. Always put yourself first, especially, and I'm a big firm believer and advocate on putting yourself first, especially when it comes to jobs, because these jobs don't care about you guys. Just to let you know, reinventing yourself and putting yourself first is all about doing what you want and putting a stop. Say no. It's easy. Say it with me, guys. No. Let me know how you guys feel down below. Do you guys think it's easier said than done? What are some things that are holding you back? Do you guys feel like fear? Do you guys feel like you can't do it alone? Because with me, I feel like I'm limiting myself because I don't want to do things alone. And there's certain things I don't want to do alone. Like, I like having company. I feel like if I just have one person around me, I will feel good. And I'm not talking about miniature things like going to a workout, a spin class, or going shopping, or getting my teeth done. I don't need someone with me, obviously, like go getting braces. But I'm talking about like if I want to travel to another country, I want to have at least one person with me. Or yeah, when it comes to traveling, I will never recommend solo traveling. I just feel like it's safety reasons. Yeah, but I'm talking about like other things. Like if I move to another state, I feel like I want to have at least one person I know. But again, that I don't really too care, because if you move to a different country or state, you're gonna bound to find somebody. Like, people walk around every single day. If you go join a class in the area, say if you're new to an area, guys, and you want to join a class, I mean, if you want to make friends, the best thing you can do is join classes. And the type of class that you join will introduce you to a certain type of people too. So you have to be mindful what type of classes that you're joining. If you join like a pole dancing classes, just know there's a certain demographic that's associated with it. You're going to meet that type of demographic of people. If you go to a golfing course, you're going to find a certain demographic when it comes to golfing. If you go to a horse riding course, it's the same thing. You're going to find a certain social class, certain demographic. So choose wisely, choose what's in your likes. Okay. Yeah. I hope you guys like it. Guys, remember that there's people out there rooting for you, cheering for you. We all care about you. I still want you guys to put yourself first and live a life that you find fulfilling and that you like. I always put myself first, and I'm living a life that's fulfilling because I always make sure that I do the things that I like. And I want you guys to do it too, because it's the most rewarding thing. And memories and experiences are worth more than materialistic things. It's priceless on what you learn and what you experience, and from memories more than materialistic things. You guys will thank me later. I wish you guys all the best. Let me know in the comment section. I'll link similars on the screen. I'll see you guys in my next video. Au revoir.